But hold on a sec, guys. Can we be like, wake up here? Can everybody wake up? We're in a communist country. They just appointed the next prime minister. We didn't choose this guy. There was no democratic election or process.
On a scale of what scares you the most, where would you rank trade war, pandemic, 8% inflation? Because that's basically been our last 5 years. Like, is this worse than what we've already been through?
Yeah,
inflation's the worst.
For sure. It's worse. COVID, I think we learned our lesson. I think it'll be very different if there's a global pandemic next time.
Yeah.
8% inflation, I think, is actually lower than the true inflation that we've been dealing with and that we have. So I think that's nothing. It's got to be a trade war with the biggest economy in the world, mainly because, and this is probably a good segue, like, look at our fucking leadership, for God's sakes. Are you one of the 151,000 people that voted for Mark Carney to be our new prime minister? Because
No,
what the fuck? How the fuck do we live in a
landslide
country?
win.
But hold on a sec, guys. Can we be like, wake up here? Can everybody wake up? We're in a communist country. They just appointed the next prime minister. We didn't choose this guy. There was no democratic election or process, very little process. Okay. All the people, if that Chandra dude was in the running, I'm voting for that guy every day of the week so that it's none of those other fuckers, right? That Ruby lady, I'll vote for her over any of those fuckers. And a lot of other people were going to do the same thing. And so we just got literally overtaken. That's the ultimate corruption in this fucking crazy corrupt country, is now all of a sudden we got the guy that might be the most corrupt person on the planet as our, well, next to the last guy who ran the country, but now we got a really fucked up situation again.
Darryl, have you been on Twitter recently?
Yes.
Okay, I can tell.
You can tell?
Yeah.
There is a democratic process to reelect when this situation happens, right?
What?
And that the Liberal Party, right, has got the, their constituents who are able to vote on it in order to be reappointing the person that they're going to have lead their party. I mean, we already had them elected. They've already got those seats. The MPs are all still in the seats that they won, which is what we elect in this country. We elected the MP. So it's just the leader, right? Which most likely he's going to call, because he doesn't have a seat. He's most likely going to call an election, and then we're going to be, voting for who we should. So I mean, like, it doesn't bother me at all. It seems like it's pretty clickbaity.
The other question would be, do you actually believe now that what the polling numbers are saying? That it's like almost a race again.
Right.
The way that he won the landslide was what we thought was going to happen in the federal election for conservatives in terms of just like Canada. Because everyone's fed up. You look all over the world, any election that's happened all over the world, except for maybe one, and I'm blanking on where it was, the person in power lost, because everyone's been fed up with the last few years, right?
Right.
So you think this is actually, like, we talked about this on our show when we talked about that Carney could be the next person. I'm like, yeah, but even if he gets in, he doesn't have enough time to actually change people's minds. And now the polls are saying, like, maybe he's kind of done it. It's going to be kind of a race now.
Not a chance.
I don't think so either. I don't think so. There's no way, especially what just happened in the States. Like, looking at, like, they said it was going to be a close race too, and it wasn't.
Well, what about the one before this last one in the States? Like, we see how the propaganda machines can convince everybody that things are maybe close, right? All of us are like, do you know anybody not voting conservative in the next election? Maybe TK is a liberal fucker, okay? No, but seriously, everybody I know is voting conservative. Meanwhile, you got all these polls.
I haven't heard anybody admit it, other than we had one guest.
Well, Mark Morris says he's liberal, right? Like, crazy fucker. Okay, but anyways, the point is that nobody's voting liberal for real, or the minority is. The media's got us convinced that it could be close right now. We're not sure. A lot of people that aren't as astute as us are like, oh my God, it is close in the polls. Maybe he's going to win this thing. A lot of people are like, oh, thank God, Mark Carney's going to win this thing. This is great. And we're all just sitting here waiting to see what the hell actually happens. Whenever it happens, like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Do you think there's a chance, though, just like what happened in the States, there's a lot of people that didn't want to say that they were going to vote for Trump, but were going to do it? Do you think for the first time in 10 years in Canada, there's
Is Carney the Trump? Is Carney the Trump?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that there's liberals that will vote liberal no matter what for the rest of their life, but are being kind of quiet about it right now because the tides have turned.
Embarrassed. Yeah,
they're embarrassed. Just like you didn't want to say you're going to vote for Trump. I'm not comparing them at all. I'm just saying the embarrassment of talking about it. But then when you go to the polls, it's like no matter what you hear, your mind is not changing. I'm voting for that party.
Yeah, so you've got that one topic that the conservatives are hot on. And you're just like, no, I'm anti da-da-da-da-da-da, right?
No, and so you're going to vote for those people. There's lots of those people that are just liberals, and it doesn't matter. They'll figure it out. It'll be okay. They'll get, we'll get a new leader. Everything will be good. But there's those same morons, okay, that think Mark Carney's actually the guy. Right? Those same people think, oh my God, this guy ran the central bank. This guy is part of Brookfield. This guy's a genius, right? This guy is part of the G30. This guy's friends with Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
He's
he should be on Twitter.
Perception.
I didn't know that.
He's a lot better than Trudeau. Perception.
He's a lot better.
Perception.
Well, but what Trudeau was great.
That's why he's there now. That's why, because the Liberals don't stand a chance with Trudeau in the next election. So that's 100%.
Why. I get it, but we should have actually listen. That vote was rigged every which way possible because those two Indian or Persian people would have won in a landslide and been the next prime minister. That Chandra dude really could have been the next prime minister. I'm not kidding, and that's why they kicked him out. Same thing with Ruby Dahlia or whatever her name was. She was going to win that fucking thing, right? Because everybody did not want it to be Carney. The real humans, not bots and not the paid people for liberals. Nobody wanted Carney. Nobody wants Carney. Carney, you go to Twitter and type in Carney and okay, I'm telling you, there's some fucked up
go
shit
to Twitter
with
and
this
type in
dude.
Carney. So
don't go to Instagram where everything is
good.
I'm
good. I'm not going to do that. But one thing that I noticed is first of all, no one really cares about Canadian politics, right? Nobody, the world.
No, now they do. All the shows
when the stuff like this happens, all of a sudden, and they're like, in Canada, they have premiers instead of governors, and they're like,
they wear those white powdered wigs up there,
right? Yeah,
those morons.
It does bring us a little bit of attention when we have these type of controversies. You know what I mean? When they start talking about our politics, and the whole world right now is falling. If you talk to anybody, the whole 51st state thing and Trudeau and the trade war right now, everywhere. All the countries in the world right now have got that in their news and that people are talking about it. And they're laughing at us, to be honest with you.
They laughed at us harder before. The last time a Ford was popular in the States is because our mayor was doing drugs. At least now the Ford that's on CNN is because he's standing up for Canadians or there's a trade war. So sure, they're laughing, but they were laughing harder before.
But who did that article? If there's got to be some news outlet like Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, is now talking about battling Trump. He's going head to head. Now, you may remember his brother Rob Ford. He just got a picture of him smoking a pipe or something.
Crack pipe.
He was the mayor of the city of Toronto back in 2007,
He was better than Chow.
Yeah. But, that type of stuff, I think, is, good for us in a sense that people actually care about what we got going on here. It's not for the right reasons, but otherwise we get no attention.
About it,
no one cares anything about our politics.
Are you looking for the best merch store on the planet? Well, we got the shit for you. Coming in at low prices where we barely make any money off of whatsoever, you can get the greatest real estate merchandise on this platform. Just look at this very flamboyant man putting on this great stuff. He looks great, he's dancing great, and boy does he look sexy in that merchandise. I tell you, buy this for anybody, you buy this for yourself. You will be not only repping the greatest Canadian real estate podcast in this world, but you will also be looking hella good doing it.